can get this MGE on the road as soon as they are ready.
Oh, as we are, I think, starting to get ready. I'm going to be very excited to see Badlands Spire. I think the only time we've seen it so far is with Kobe on Badlands Spire. And I mean, every time we see that, it's always a show. But unfortunately, it's at it's the other person's experience because Kobe is just airshotting absolutely everyone. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more even because we do have higher, we have JT, and we are going to go live.
Yeah, going live to this match here. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good one. Very, very quickly off the bat. JT going to mop up that first kill. And looks like Higher struggling to get a lot of damage out. But as I say that, both of them are pretty much one shot here. JT looking for the angle, gets immediately disintegrated by Higher here. And it's a close game so far. And it looks like these mechanics are going to carry both of these players through, and it is going to be a very, very close game.
Very close game indeed, and tied up Higher with the high ground, going to be able to not walk away with that. JT gets it, but Higher is going to be able to respond 3-3. JT jumping in, shotgun equipped, ready to lock and load, as Higher on 1 health, not going to be able to convert. As JT gets that one, 3-4, jumps in, gets another. Nice little air shot coming out from JT, absolutely just denies Higher's momentum. He gets a third. Oh my God.
He can't stop.
JT starting to feel himself.
He's getting in his groove right now. Air shots back to back to back. Can't stop, won't stop. That's another one. That's a double. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and a little... That was a little air shot. That was an air shot headshot. Oh my God, absolutely just. And this is the worst feeling, honestly. When you're in the situation as Soldier, where you're just getting air shot every single time, and you have like no opportunity at all to just like land and play the rest of it. It's just like, well, what am I even doing here, man? I'm just getting absolutely yoinked before I even start the fight. So JT doing really, really well so far. Has a 6-point lead. And trying to extend it, should be able to. Got him down on the ropes. Higher, very, very weak. Tries to go for the high ground, not going to be able to make it. He's going to be 13-5.
I think when you're wowza. I think when you're in a situation like
oh my god,
when you're in a situation like Higher there, oh my god, just getting air shot. Back to back to back. You just have to remember that MGE is a game of momentum. You just have to wait a moment. You'll find your groove in due time. You will find your groove, and you'll be able to start piling on the kills. And I think Higher is starting to get into a position where they can make things like that happen, getting their own air shot. Still half the score of JT right now gets thrown up into the air. That is a definite crater. And JT 17-8 right now. Oh my goodness gracious, did he just do that? That's somebody's got to get the bully hunters on this guy. I mean, oh my goodness.
As JT looking in really good position to take the first part of this first map. He does get air shot out of the sky, but it's still only 10-19. He's got basically 10 more opportunities to try and convert this final one. Even if he loses this here, he's still looking really, really good. He does get air shot. Nice one from Higher. And he's going to be able to close the distance a little bit. Gets another nice air shot onto JT. Roles being reversed a little bit. JT, the one being almost auto air shot every time he tries to immediately jump in onto Higher. He's going to go for another one. Is going to be able to get hit by an air shot, but does get hit by a nice direct. They go in with the shotgun. He wins that again, and Higher managing to stay in just barely onto this Badlands first round.
Higher is very weak, though, and JT will collect that kill to end the first round of Badlands mid. So Higher definitely found his groove for a moment. That's why I was saying you gotta remember, MGE is a game of momentum. You can find your groove very easily. It just takes a second. You know, if you're getting air shot back to back to back, obviously you've got to change something, but you will eventually find your momentum. You just have to slowly change things till you can figure out what is going wrong and get into your groove. That said, 4 kills coming out very early on from JT. Higher going to be able to mop one up of his own, potentially going to find the second one here as well. And yes, he will. 2 points down from. Ooh, wow, now only just 1 point down, but 2 points yet again. 5-3 in favor of JT. Nice air shot from JT yet again. What's new? Sky is blue. I mean, come on now, man.
Yeah, JT absolutely just having so much great aim with those air shots, going for them and being able to connect them more often than not. Still Higher, gonna win that one. 3-point differential, 7-4. In the meantime, is Higher just desperately trying to see if he can convert this onto JT. Is gonna be able to get the shotgun shot off and connects it up as JT just gonna be on the back foot a little bit. Higher, really great stuff with that shotgun and those rockets. 6-7. Oh, nice air shot coming out from Higher. Is going to be able to win that one. And, you know, fortunately he did, because I don't know if you've ever experienced this, Eki, but sometimes in these MGE battles, as we have a little shotgun showdown, in these MGE battles, sometimes you get an amazing air shot, the most glorious air shot you ever did see. And you're like, oh my God, I'm the GOAT. And then you just end up losing the point. And you're like, what the heck was all that for then?
I've had a few moments like that where I've done some friendly MGEs with some pals, and I'll hit the nastiest air shot ever, and then I will go and immediately beef every single rocket, every single shotgun shot that I need to hit to mop up the actual collecting kill. It is 11-9 though. Nice air shot from JT. Does get taken down though. A little bit of the same situation we were just explaining.
Yep, going to be able to take it down. Tied up game with a Higher getting that one. JT goes for the bomb, but Higher denies him with a well-placed predictive rocket over at the ground, as they going to be able to get a 2-point lead. I think the first time for Higher so far. JT going to be the one on the back foot now, but hits another nice, amazing air shot. Is still going to be taken down, and you know that's one of those ones where you hit the air shot but you don't win it. As oh my God, Higher absolutely melts him. Unfortunately for him, he took a little bit of damage before the round really reset properly, so he started that next one off a little bit weaker. Another unfortunate quirk about MG is that sometimes that happens, but as it's tied up once again, Higher trying to make sure that he doesn't make this a walk in the park for JT. Gets a nice little headshot rocket and finishes it up with the shotgun as he gets popped up into the sky. 16-15. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, this is one of the closest matches we've seen throughout the last couple games we've covered, even from the last day that we saw yesterday. A lot of close games, but this one I think is probably going to be one of the closer ones, obviously, until we get to Grands. That's, of course, going to be the closest. But, or at least I'd hope Grands would be the closest anyway. But this one's going to be pretty close. 18-16. JT is actually the one down. Could close that lead pretty quickly, though. Higher is very low. Both of these players are one shot away. JT is going to be able to find the killing blow, though. No air shot for him. Does get a nice direct as Higher lands. It's tied up 18-18 here. And that is a lot of damage coming out onto Higher. Lands on the Spire, but gets taken down. That is a jump coming in from Higher, but it doesn't matter. They're just not able to find their footing, and they will go down there. JT wins that fight.
Yep, is going to win the fight, and we move over on to Badlands Spire, one of the most iconic MGE maps, as a Higher is already there, and we are going to go live as soon as JT adds up, and he does so now. We are going to go live with the second map. Higher has to win this if he wants to stay in the tournament, and a nice early predictive rocket onto JT is going to be a great way to start off that endeavor.
Yeah, this is a fantastic way to start off your round. This is the way to start it right. Nice switch to take down JT with the shotgun there. I believe that was an air shot to juggle up JT, but wasn't a lot of damage. JT gonna get his first point on the board here for this round. Gets thrown into the floor, spiked, and that will be 3 up for Higher. Looking to make it 4 if they can, but unfortunately they cannot. It'll get a little bit closer to tied. It's 3-2, now 3-3. JT gonna be able to throw Higher into the ground. Does look like Higher actually gonna be able to take the lead here as we move on to this next fight. Both of them just trying to jump up to the Spire. I mean, that's usually how Badlands Spire ends up playing out all the time, but we do see every now and then both soldiers just kind of shooting at each other, trying to walk up the ramps on the side.
Yep, sometimes depending on how it plays up, you might just try and go for the walk, especially if you've got the shotgun up. You lose so much health. If you're just used to kind of playing with the gunboats, maybe you don't MGE with shotgun and you really only play sixes, so you never really use shotgun at all. But, you know, it can be quite the change up, you know, having to lose at like 50 or so hit points just going in for the bomb. So you got to be a little bit more mindful of it, especially on Badlands Spire, where you know, you have it a little bit on Badlands mid. You know, the fall damage can be a factor depending on you know, how far up you get popped, but it's especially a factor on Badlands Spires. We have a little bit of a shotgun duel. It is going to be JT winning that. Basically a tie game, just very slight advantage, but they is going to be able to tie it up 9-9. And they, oh, nice air shot from higher onto JT. He's going to be able to give him the lead. Gets another, and still needs to connect this final bit of damage to get the point. Is going to do it. 9-11.
Yeah, it is not looking great for JT at the moment. Really struggling to get on to the height. Higher has a lot of good control over it. And I guess that is the one downside of trying to MGE on Spire. You know, if you can't get up to the height, you're just going to get rolled the entire time. But it looks like JT's starting to find their footing a little bit. 14-9 here. Higher in a good position with a strong lead. 5 points, now 6 points above at 15-9. JT looking to close it out, but they haven't even gotten to 10 yet. They are struggling to find this next kill. They do manage to find their 10th, and they will hit an air shot onto Higher as he tries to jump up and contest the height. And now JT jumping from the opposite side of the Spire, landing some good shotgun blasts. 11-16 here as we see who can claim the first round of Badlands Spire. Another kill coming in, 4-point lead. Nice air shot, double air shot coming in. Oh my goodness, JT, you cannot do that.
Absolute insanity coming out, but it's still going to be Higher in the lead, just barely by 4 points. Is going to be able to make it only 2 points away from taking the first part of the second map. Gets a nice little rocket onto JT. Is going to have to jump up once again. Nice spam from Higher, just denying JT any presence on that little area, and is going to be able to make it 2013. An amazing year and an even better scoreline for Higher as he gets him a little bit closer to that third map. Oh my god, an amazing way to start off the second round of the second map.
This is a fantastic start. Like you just said, this is amazing. This is kind of the best start you can ask for. Unfortunately, not quite able to steamroll that momentum, but nice air shot. They managed to find the kill. Higher doesn't crater, doesn't get taken down by the shotgun. Pepper from across the map does eat a lot of damage trying to hide behind the wall, though. Will probably go down. It's tied up 2-2. No air shot from either player here. Oh, but another air shot coming in from JT. The air shot machine. This guy's just printing them out. I mean, at this point, how many air shots do we think? How many air shots are we thinking that JT is like pulling out per game at this point?
I've got no clue, but you know, this is honestly, ooh, that's a nice little one from Higher onto JT. But this is honestly one of the best kind of parts of TF2. It's the air shots. Like, come on, like everyone gets hype when they see an amazing air shot in sixes, and that's kind of like the fun part of Soldier v Soldier MGE, especially on a map like Badlands Spire, as we see another one come out from Higher onto JT, is that it's just kind of, oh, that's a nasty one. Air shot city the whole way around. And kind of the map structure just lends itself to just air shot after air shot. And it's one of the most fun things to see.
Yeah, that is one of the nicest things you can see. I'm honestly surprised the score is still as low as it is right now, 8-8. We figure it'd be a little bit, you know, deeper into the amount of kills that each of these guys could have. But I guess it is Spire, so a lot of that time is kind of just spent waddling around the Spire, trying to actually make your way up it, like we're seeing right now. So this map, I guess, plays out a little bit slower than something like Badlands Middle. JT is one shot away from dying and is trying to take the fight in with Higher, but just isn't able to get the final shot that is necessary. Now Higher is the one on the floor and struggling to get up. Can't jump anywhere. Well, actually, they probably could, but they would just get instant nuked by JT, and good decision to just slowly make their way up the Spire and take the space that JT is kind of handing over to him. 11-9. This is a nice lead to have at this point of the game, but nice air shot from JT. Does concede the height for it. Both players getting air shot there. This is the dogfight of a century. And that rocket takes down JT. Goodness gracious.
Just absolutely nasty air shots coming out. Higher hits a nice one onto JT, sends him down to the ground. Good bit of fall damage, and that's going to help Higher get that point. 13-11, very, very close from Higher to be able to take us to a third map. Just looking around, where is JT? He's over on the high ground, gets him with the easy little two-shot, and that's going to be him taking another one with the shotgun out. Isaiah responds, and it's just so back and forth, so close. Higher once again on the high ground. Not going to be able to convert with it this time, but JT on top. Can he convert? And he's going to be able to. 14-14 tie game.
And a nice air shot to start off this tie game. A little bit of a clean slate, if you will. 1 point lead, another nice air shot. That's a double, going for the kill. Is able to get it before Higher craters. JT is trying to lock in here, but gets air shot themselves. But a nice direct while falling down and shooting up. I mean, goodness. JT going crazy right now. Does get taken down, but they're still up by 2 points. An air shot coming out. Manages to dodge that one, but gets hit again. That's Higher finding another kill. 16-17, 1 point game right now. It could go to anyone at this moment, but a nice downward direct from JT. One more kill for JT, and he wins this round here. Is hiding behind the wall. Higher's expecting him to drop down, but JT's gonna walk straight into him and take him down. That is that round there.
That is that round. So we've got one more, on Badlands Spire. It is a best of 3 on each map. So if you are JT, you win this here, you guarantee a spot going forward to face off against Yum Yum. If you are Higher, you have to win this, otherwise you are knocked out of the tourney. This is for 3rd and 4th place respectively. The loser gets 4th. The winner, at bare minimum, gets 3rd, even if they lose all their other matchups. So it's going to be all down on the wire for Higher here. He doesn't want to get knocked out of this tournament, not when there's, as much as we talk about the money, and there's a lot of money, it's also, the prestige of being able to say you are the best, the #1 MGEer in the scene at the moment, as we see some amazing shots come out from Higher with the rocket and following it up with the shotgun. And they're starting to get a little bit creative. You're not immediately going for the high ground, just kind of maybe bait each other out, and I do have to give commendations. We haven't seen complete scumbag MGE yet. We haven't seen like insta shotgun denying from anyone so far. So even though there is a lot on the line, these guys have been pretty honorable all the way through.
Yeah, they have been pretty honorable with each other. I mean, this is just kind of a duel between 2 skilled soldier players, and I've been seeing some murmurs in the chat that apparently Higher is like top 3 MGE elo or something. I don't know how true that is. Can't trust Twitch chat for everything, but that's something I think I could trust them with. Nice shot from Higher, trying to get some early damage onto JT. Will be successful, getting themselves a 3-point lead here. Another shot. They do concede the height for that air shot, though, and JT is looking to hold on to that height, but just isn't successful. Tries to jump up, gets hit by an air shot, gets hit by another shot from Higher, lands in the water, I think, and it stops his fall damage, but does get taken down by the shotgun. Higher has to shoot upward, is right beneath JT, though. This is a 6-point lead on Spire, reduced to 5, but that's still a sizable lead. That's a 4th of the way to 20, and that's all Higher needs.
All he needs at the moment, 12-8, is going to be able to get the shotgun to make it 13-8. As they once again getting another nice one, gets him, pops him up straight into the sky. Nice air shot from Higher as well. 15-8. He's making it look more and more likely that we are going to see a third map with the high ground. Makes it 16-8, double the score. But is he going to be able to close it out? Still doable for JT. Very weak there. And it seems like Higher has found his footing on this map. He's looked pretty good on it, a little bit better than he did on Badlands mid. Second, favoring him a lot more. Tries to go for the melee, maybe just out of a all other ammunition, so I had to try and go for it. Not going to be able to make it work, but only 2 away, and he's going to be able to take us to a 3rd map and keep his hopes of staying in this tournament alive.
Yeah, JT hasn't even reached 10. Okay, well, never mind. They have reached 10 kills. That was a beautiful rocket. Very well placed. Both air shots beefed from higher here. JT is really trying to close the gap. It's a 1-kill game. Air shot misses the double, misses the landing rocket as well, but it doesn't matter. JT tries to jump back onto the Spire, and we are going to be moving on to ammo mod. Higher has forced map 3, and I don't think they're waiting. They're just going to go straight for it. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never mind. They're taking a brief moment.
They are doing a little brief rest to try and maybe figure things out. I don't know if we know if they're going to do shotgun inclusive of it. They might be doing it. Seems like, okay, yeah, they are doing shotgun. So they are allowing shotgun. So they're not going to be blocking it. So it's going to be rocket and shotgun. As we do have our stand-in MGE moderator going in for the kill, gets it.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
It's knocked up.
Okay.
MGE
JT's
moderator
not taking
number
anything.
1 in the world just got destroyed by JT there. I don't know if anybody else just saw that, but oh my goodness.
Oh my
Number 1 in the
goodness.
world right there.
I don't think you can do that to MGE moderator. I think that's illegal.
Yeah, I think he's got some. I think he's gonna have to ban JT from MGE as a whole forever now for that one. But we are live. Higher gonna get the first kill, second kill as well of this map 3, the first round of map 3, I should say. But 3-0, putting up a 3 spot already, and we have just begun. It's a 4-0 game now. It looks like Higher is having the time of his life on ammo mod right now. Is getting whittled down a good bit more during this round, though, and that is one final shot placed by JT. A 5-kill streak to start the round. That was nothing to scoff at. It's a very good performance from Higher, and manages to mop up that kill. Looked like for certain they were going to die there, but nope. They're gonna be able to mop up their 6th.
Are going to be able to do it. JT managing to claw a little bit back from the lead that Higher was able to build 6-4. But Higher can be able to come back 7-4. And, you know, this map, like you said, it's all on the line for either of these guys. 3rd and 4th are awaiting at least one of them, depending on how this all plays out. And, you know, Higher did really well to come back in Badlands Spire after JT was able to take Badlands proper. But you got to wipe that from your mind if you're either of them. You know, you might be feeling good from what you did on Spire, but, you know, this is a whole different ball game. And you got to be locked and loaded. You can't mess up it as well. You can't unlock, you know, you can't get the key and unlock your mind at this point. You can't relax. You got to stay committed. You got to stay locked in as Higher, going for some nasty air shots on to JT.
Yeah, Higher has been pretty successful in hitting some of these air shots here. And I think with it being ammo mod, at this point, it is just a test of who has the better air shot ability, who can juggle better, who can do the quick switching better. I mean, this is going to boil down, at least after this round, it is 100% just going to boil down to raw mechanics. I think there's still a little bit of the fear in both of them. You know, it's anybody's game. Higher is still up, so maybe a little bit less shaky than JT, but JT is also only down 3 and could have a very easy time trying to come back into the game. Now down only 2, could potentially be down only 1. It's 14-13. That's a nice air shot, misses the landing rocket, doesn't get that kill, but mopped it up with the shotgun anyway, and that'll make it 14-14, 14-15 now. Higher, able to mop up one more kill.
Yep, so down to the wire. JT with some nice shotgun spam is going to be able to tie it up once again. They're going for it, bro. They're not leaving anything out on the field. Nice little pop-up. Tries to go for the air shot. Not going to be able to hit it. Still 16-16. JT evening it up. Very weak on Higher. And JT with the shotgun. Going to be able to connect. Oh, nice surf in from Higher with the shotgun. Gets him. And that's going to be 17-17. They're just trading it back and forth. 18-17. It's going to be JT 2 away from taking the first part of this third map, but Higher responds immediately right back, 18-18. It is going down to the wire. Higher only 1 point away from getting himself so much closer to staying in this tournament, and he's going to be able to do it 20-18. But he's got to do it all again, Eki, if he wants to be the victor.
Yeah, he's got to get one more win on ammo mod. That's all it is. He's just got to get to 20 one more time. Doesn't matter by how much of a margin he gets to 20 by. He just has to reach 20. If he does, he wins this. He moves on to fight Yum Yum and has the opportunity to move up into the grands if they can manage to take Yum Yum down. That's 2 kills immediately responding. 3 kills now, taking the lead away from JT. Pops him up, gets the air shot. Higher is locked in, dialed in, put on game, is ready to win it all, and wants to go for the long haul.
And, you know, he wants to go higher in this tournament, no pun intended, as he is trying to do his very best to stay in it. Wins that one 7-2 at the moment versus JT, now out 8-2, and he is looking really, really good, really finding his form and the momentum in his favor. Finally, JT is going to be able to curb that a little bit with a responding kill onto it, but that's already a 6-point lead at the moment that he's got to try and come back from.
Yeah, this is, and now it's a, well, I was going to say it's a 7-point lead, but now it's a 6-point, well, okay, back to 7. Okay, they're just trading back and forth here, it looks like. Back to 6 here, 11-5. It does look like JT is struggling a little bit, managing to get down to a 5-point deficit. Gets launched up into the air. No air shots coming out from Higher, though, and a little bit of beefage coming out from both players, but Higher is going to be able to land the final blow. That will be JT managing to kill Higher there, but again, it's just trade for trade. They keep trading 1 for 1, and if this goes up, Higher's in a good, or if this keeps going on, rather, Higher is in a good position to take home the second round on ammo mod, win the 2 maps. So at this point, it really just depends on if Higher can keep this momentum and snowball on 5 kills. Honestly, it doesn't even have to snowball. If they just keep trading, Higher is set.
Ooh. Higher is that amazing air shot coming out from Higher. JT
Ooh.
really on the ropes. It's only 4 away from Higher, and he's going to be able to knock JT out of this tournament. JT has to play perfectly, essentially from here on out. Higher 3 away. JT has the heals advantage in this one, is going to be able to win it. Gets that one 17-11. And he's out with the shotgun, but Higher just pops him up, and it's going to be easy shotgun denial for him there. He gets a nice little swap. Final kill. Could come in. Is it an air shot?
Air
I thought it was going to get it. Melee. No, he was getting a little bit greedy there.
The trick shot on the final kill. Oh, what an air shot from JT. Lands. This is a 6-point game. JT could mount a comeback here if he's careful.
The 360.
But cursed him. My fault, pimp. My fault. Did not mean to curse you. But that one ended 20-13. Higher has just eliminated JT from the runnings and will move on to face Yum Yum in what is the second to last match before we move on to the grand finals. But we're going to take a quick, probably 5-minute break, get some water, go to the bathroom, you know, that kind of thing. Go get yourself some snacks. Go get yourself some water, and stay tuned. We're going to come back very soon with Yum Yum versus Higher.